I'm an animator, and I created a Batman animation in 1 hour and 100 hours. The focus here is speed and quality. Can I create an awesome shot in 100 hours? Is it possible to crunch something out cool in 1 hour? Well, let me show you. See, 1 hour isn't a long time. With modeling, animating, rendering, and all that jazz to take into consideration, I knew I had to rely on Batman's most important superpower.
Money!
No, prep time. I started off by drawing a simple storyboard for the animation, focusing on this moody hero shot, reminiscent of the Batman Arkham Asylum main menu screen, and several comic book covers. What can I say? The boy be pondering. I then jumped over to Sketchfab to find the Batman model. Modeling is the most time-consuming element of the project, so this is a huge time save. I picked this dope-looking model, and with that, I moved on to the next two tasks: environment and rigging. The idea for the environment is a Gotham night scene, looking over the skyline. For the foreground, I found this gargoyle, but I wasn't a fan of its open mouth, so I sculpted it closed in Blender. Additionally, to make it look more like a city, I made the cityscape using geometry nodes. On the rigging side of things, what's rigging, you ask?
Nobody asked.
I'll tell you anyway. Rigging is like building a bone puppet inside of your 3D model, so you're able to manipulate them. The bones are visually customizable too, so you can change them to your heart's content. Or you can keep it 0% fat vanilla. We don't judge. I used Blender's Rigify add-on to save some time. I attached the model to the armature, and bam, we're done. And with all that done, it's time to animate. Batman will mainly be idle, but I do want the cape fluttering in the wind. I think that would look pretty dope. To make sure Batman's not completely static, I added some noise to his chest to mimic breathing. I gave the same sort of treatment to his shoulders as well to make it feel more natural. Time for the cape. So I added cloth physics to the cape and... Hey! Let me fix that. I pinned the cloth to the model and added some wind to the sim. It's looking better already. Time is slowly ticking away and the scene currently looks like, well, this. Barely any textures, no lighting, and most importantly, no atmosphere. Let's go fast. I textured the buildings and dotted around some gradient textures for more mood. Put a big ass moon in the sky, clouds, lighting, and... For 1 hour of work, I like it. But honestly, like I said before, finding the model saved a lot of time, but it also did a lot of the heavy lifting. If I had to quickly put a model together, it'd probably look like this. Now, let's see what we can do with 100 times the amount of time. Remember that prep time I talked about? Well, I'll be needing it because I have a lot of ideas. In the 90s and early 2000s, we were spoiled for choice when it came to awesome Saturday morning cartoons. One of my favorites growing up was Batman Beyond. Let's see if we can do it justice. For this fictitious Batman Beyond teaser trailer, I prepped these quick storyboards before moving on to the characters. There are loads of super cool Batman models, but I need Batman Beyond. So, I found this Spider-Man model. And I know you're thinking,
What the hell is even that?
but trust the process. So here's where we ran into like a little bit of a problem. I did spend hours working on this Blight model, but I just wasn't happy with the direction it was going in. So I ended up scrapping it. But the story doesn't end there because I've got a project to finish. I cooked up some new boards for the new idea. I decided to use Ink as the secondary character in the sequence. I went about making her by making adjustments to a female base model. I'm pretty happy with the progress so far of this new idea. But before these guys start duking it out, we'll need an environment. We'll do some more work on this later, but for now, let's get to the fun part. Through working more on the shots, I got a better feel for the sequence, made some adjustments, cut some shots completely, and added some new ones too. We're making good progress with the animation, but I'd like to push the sense of movement further. In many animated films and shows, you'll notice the use of smear frames or speed lines to exaggerate motion. It makes it feel more dynamic. With the use of animated shape keys, I was able to incorporate some smears into the animation. Similar to Spider-Verse, I made the animation on 2s. Blender makes this easy to achieve by using its modifiers. When it came to the lighting, I went through several iterations for each shot, playing a lot with the color intensity and mood. The use of a skybox was advantageous, as well as a HDRI, which helps light up the scene. The final and most time-consuming building blocks comes next, the look development and compositing. Think of look dev as that makeover stage for the scene, right before it goes out on stage to perform. Look dev normally consists of such things as shader setup, lighting tests, and render checks, just to name a few. Meanwhile, compositing is where all the components are glued together. Each element, such as lighting, assets, and effects, are carefully layered and blended in order to make one cohesive shot. It's a step that makes each part look like it's meant to belong. I spent a bunch of time doing some R&D. Though it took a lot of time, what was really handy about the way I was working was I was able to make a base composite. I then would take that and apply and cater it to the needs of each shot. A tedious process, yes, but very straightforward. Looking back, I wish I streamed this part on twitch.tv/RashidTheGenre, because I was just really just sat on my chair jamming to some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Anywho, when it came to the comic book aesthetic, I used Spider-Verse as a key reference, most notably the stripes used in the shadows and the splotchy dots in the lit areas. While I was cleaning up loose ends, with only a couple hours to spare, I started to reflect. Making short stories is fun, animating is fun, learning new stuff is fun, and you don't have to do it all by yourself. There's a myriad of amazing people sharing resources, documents, tutorials on next to everything you can think of. And that's not to say to just copy, but to take what you learn and develop your skills. You won't be perfect at everything, and that's okay. You got this. Now, for what everyone's been waiting for, the trailer.